Hello student. Now I will show you how you can add image at the background of your body. Okay, let me start. I will first take the HTML root tag, then inside the HTML I will have head portion. Let us have the body portion, body opening closing. Inside the head opening and closing tag we will have the title tag, title opening, title closing. Inside the title let me write background image. So we are going to discuss about the background image CSS property and the attribute that we can add with this background image CSS property. So let us work. So inside the body, so first I will add a background image behind the body. So here, okay, so first let me see the page over here. This is a page. Now it will be a blank page. I have not written anything, so certainly it will be a blank page. Just have a title. You can see background image. This is the title that I have given over here, and I have not written anything, so certainly it is a blank page. So what I will do, I will add a image to its background. That means in the background there will be an image. So let me first download the image. So from here I will download the image. Let me find the image for background, image for background. Let me find a very good image that I will keep at the background. So let me keep this image at the background. So this image look fine enough, so I will save this image, save images. In the desktop I will give a name, let's say BG. Okay, the name is BG. Right, now so here I will declare the style. Right, I am using the internal style of writing CSS. Right, so style opening tag, style closing tag, and inside the style opening and closing tag I will declare, I will first call a selector, element selector, body. Right, so element type selector. Now inside the body I will declare the CSS property, the CSS property that should be declared for changing the image or providing the image. Okay, so that is background image. You can see background image. This CSS property will fit, or you can say this CSS property will get a image to the background. Right, so the value, how will you declare the value? So URL, right. Now we have to locate the image. So inside the URL we have a bracket here, just we have to locate the URL. So where is the image? This is the image. Let us find bg.webp. This is extension, right, and this is the image name that we have downloaded just now from the Google search. Right, so we have applied this property, and this is the value. In the value section it will just locate the image. That means it will just find the image. We have to specify the URL that we have done. Now let me see how it appears. So you can see it will appear over here. Can you see? So one thing, let me show you that this is a big background. Right, the size of the image is much more. Right, the size of the image, that is much more. So let me show you some other thing. Background image. Right, so I want to make you understand something. So for that first I have to find a proper image. So let me find a proper image first, then I will show you. Okay, let me do with this particular image. So I will save this image here only. I will name this image as 1, right? Now instead of this image I will put another image. Let me see how it appears now. Can you see? Can you observe the difference between these two images that I have applied in the background as the background image? The difference is that, can you see, this is the image and this image has been repeated, right? The image which I have applied, that has been repeated, right? But previously we had a separate image. Can you see? We had a separate image. That image was not repeated. Even the image which I have applied previously, you can see the picture. First I will show you the picture. So this was the image. This was the image. Let me open the image in a let's say I will open the image in Paint. So this image is not opening in Paint, so actually the image is much bigger than the size of the background. Okay, the image is much bigger than the size of the background, so that you can notice by over here, you can see. Okay, so and the next image which I have just added, you can see the image width. The width of the image is much smaller. The width of the image is much smaller than the width of this browser, right? So if I reduce the width of the browser, now you can see only one image. But if I increase the width of the browser, now you can see the image has been repeated, right? More than once. So to stop the repetition of the image, you have to write background, right? Background repeat. Background repeat. No repeat. No repeat. That means you are stopping the repetition process, right? You are stopping the repetition process. You are stopping the repetition process. So now you can see. So as per the width of this picture, only it appeared once, right? You can see the width of this picture is much smaller. That is to be compared with the width of the browser. That is why you can see a blank space. Image, this particular image has not been repeated anymore. The image has not been repeated anymore. That is why you have a blank space. Why? Because the width of this image is not enough. It was a long image, not the landscape image. It was a portrait image, right? Portrait image, not the landscape image. But if we had a different image, let us take this image. Now you can see. So I already have stopped the repetition. So you can see this image is much bigger than the area. So to fit this image, I will write over here that background size, that is 100% height, right? 100% width. Now you can see this image will fit to the browser. Let me refresh. Can you see? Now it has got fully 100% width. The image size has been reduced. The image size has been reduced to the size of the browser, and the image height and width both are reduced as per we have a size of this browser. Now if I do one thing, if I reduce this size, now you can see as the proportionate made here, proportionate was converted to a portrait form. You can see the image has taken 100% width, 100% height as per the size of the skin, and you can see the picture has been made to a skewed, right? This was not the original shape of the picture, but the shape has been manipulated, right? Why? Only because I have written here 100% height, 100% width. So whatever image I may take, it will take 100% width and 100% height. So if I make it 1, that means that previous picture, if I work with the previous picture, and let me see the changes over here. So you can see that portrait picture, which was actually a portrait picture in original, that picture has been staged and made it as a landscape picture, right? The picture has been staged and it has been taken 100% width. Now if I remove this, if I just delete this, you can see now you can see this is the actual height, right? This is the actual height and width of the picture, as because I have given 100% height, 100% width. Let me show you. If I make it, let's say 80% height, so you can see 80% height. So 80%, it is not the height, it was the width, 80% width, right? If I make it 50% height, let me show you. 50% height, 80% width, 80% width, and you can see 50% height, right? And if I remove this thing, then you can see the repetition will take place, right? Repetition has been taken place. Okay, so once I will remove the code, repetition has been taken place. So to avoid the repetition, I have to apply here no repeat, background repeat, no repeat. So you can see now if I do this, if I make it, let's say if I make it 80% and 80%, that means 80% will be width, 80% that will be the height of the picture. Can you see? If I had to bring this picture at the right side, then I will add here background position, right? Background now will align to its right. Let me show you. Can you see? Background will align to its right. Okay, now if I make it to the center, now you can see now the background will come right at the center, right? Now if I change this picture, I can also change the picture. You can see, let me take this picture, it will work same, you can see. So this is how you can work with the background. This is how you will add the background image. This is how you can make the size of the background picture. Whatever picture you may use, you can manipulate the size of the picture depending on your requirement, right? And this is how you can play with the background repeat, background image repeat by itself, right? It is a default property. The default property of background is that the background image will have its repetition depending on the size of the picture. If you have a very big picture, very large picture, then the background will not repeat, right? Even if the picture is so big, then the picture might not get fit in your device or in your browser, right? The picture will get out, some portion of the picture will not be visible in the browser. As I have shown you previously, this picture was bigger than the browser screen, right? This picture was bigger than the browser screen. That is why some portion of the picture was not visible, right? So once I have applied this background size 100%, then we can see the full picture, because this picture then has taken 100% width on the respect of the device and 100% height on the respect of the device. And we can also make it short, 80%, 50%, depending of the requirement. We can manipulate the image size, right? We can also make it 100%. If I make it 100%, it will occupy full size. You can see full size, right? So it has taken full size. As I told you, this is a bigger picture. Let me show you. If I had not mentioned this thing, what would have happened? Let me show you. Let me remove this thing, background size. Had I removed the background size, you can see the picture size is bigger than the size of the browser. So you can see in the browser the picture was not fully fit. Some portion of the picture is not visible, right? Because we have a shorter picture, we have a shorter browser and a larger picture. So if I add this, now we can see, now you can see the picture properly. So, and what is about repetition, as if I do one thing, if I make it, let's say 25, and if I remove this, now you can see the repetition will take place. The repetition will take place. You can see the repetition has taken place. So only you can stop repetition by this thing, right? No repeat. And this is the alignment where you want to put this picture, right? Where you want to put the picture. I want to put the picture right at the center. So you can see the picture aligned right at the center, right? I hope you have understood. And let me show you. I have given 100% width, 100% size, height. So we have a full size picture. Now I will show you some more thing. If I take the div, so I have taken a div, okay, so I can also add picture at the div background. So I will take element type CSS selector. So by the element I am going to indicate this div. So let me write the property width of the div, let it be say 400 px, height of the div, let it be 360 px, right? And now I will add background image, right? I will add background image. So let me get an image. So let me first have an image. Which image I will add? This image I will add. Okay, this is a very good image. This particular image I will add, this one. So here I will give a name to it. Let me name it as 1. This will be the name, right? So I will add this image, right? So background, not background color, image URL, and inside the URL I will locate where is that picture that I have to locate here. So 1.jpg, this was the picture. So you can see div width, height, and also I have added the picture. So let me check it out how it looks now. Can you see? So I told you that the picture size is bigger than the size of the div. So if that happens, what will be the outcome? That extra portion will not be visible. Okay, you can see the picture is much larger than the size of the div. The size of the container is much smaller than the size of the picture. That is why only little bit portion, only small portion of the picture can be visible. Other portion is not visible. Okay, only this portion is visible. Okay, so let me do one thing. I will apply margin, let's say 200 px. Okay, if I apply margin 200 px for the div will have margin. You can see the div will now appear right at the, not at the center, but it will appear here. You can see now I have to fit this image, okay, to this full div. So what should I do now? Simply I will add this background size. If I add the background size, let's say 100%, you can see then automatically the picture will take 100% width of the container, that is div is the container, and 100% height of the container. Now you can see this picture is adjusted with the size of the container, right? I hope you have understood. Now I will show you some more thing. If I take some more images over here, so not more images, I will take the heading. So you can see I will take some heading. So if I copy this few more time, So I have to show you something. Let me show you something. That is why I have copied this thing this many times. So can you see one thing? As we have the H1 heading element up to this, that is why you can see the height of that image has been extended till the number of element we have in the document, right? If we have many, if we have many heading images or quantity of document inside our web page, and that time you can see this image height that will be extended till the last edge, right? That you can observe over here. So you can see. So if in this case, if I had removed this 100% height portion, this one, let me remove this. Let me show you how it appears now. Can you see? Can you see? So this is now the original size of the picture, right? Once I place this thing 100% with 100% height, then it will take the full 100% width, 100% height of the document. So now if this happens, now when you have a long list of element in a particular page, that time the portrait will be staged enough, and if the portrait will be staged enough, sometimes it's not look good, right? So it is now not looking perfect. So for this case I may do some other thing. I will write another CSS code. So that will be background, right? Background fixed, background fixed, right? If I add background fixed, then you can see one thing. See, background attachment fixed, right? Remember the CSS property. The CSS property is background attachment. So background attachment, and that will be fixed. So that means you can see now all the element will float over it, but the background attachment, that is fixed. So this is how we can work with the background property. So if I copy this div some more time, let's say, so okay, if I, let me show you, if I keep everything at the center opening tag and center closing tag, so everything I have at the center, right? Now just I will show you. You can see now. So see, background is the background attachment that is kept fixed, and all the element is floating over it, right? All the element that I have taken, that all the elements, those are floating, right? Up to down. I can scroll up and down, and all the elements will float up and down, that you can see over here. But the background, that is kept fixed. So I have used the CSS property, that is background attachment. So the photo which is attached with the background, that will be fixed, and background size will be 100%. That is on the respective of the initial size of the browser. So it is not going to take the full size of the container, right? Because background will be, the background attachment will be now kept fixed till the size, that is 100% width and 100% height, depending on the skin, right? I hope you have understood, and you can easily work with the background property, right? So you can easily add image to your background, you can easily manipulate this CSS property, and you can really make a very good looking attractive looking web document. So okay, fine. So let me end the class today. In the next class I will design a web page, right? Thank you for watching till the end, and please do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.